Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
You could trigger people and really do some damage to them and open up some scars. It's unnecessary. There's too many other costumes out there to choose from.
A message about suicide after Walmart takes heat from mental health advocates over a Halloween costume. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. The costume is called Razor Blade Suicide Scar Wound. It was being sold on Walmart.com, but they pulled it after it offended a lot of people.
Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson spoke to a suicide survivor who says mental health should be taken more seriously. Now, I want to warn you, there is a graphic picture of the costume in this story.
Here's what the costume looks like. This picture was taken off Walmart.com and tweeted out with this message. This is disgusting that Walmart would attempt to sell this, trying to push suicide as a costume. Mental illness is no joke. People are posting on Walmart's Facebook page too, some saying they have struggled with depression, and it's not okay. Walmart stopped selling the costume and says the product isn't something they put up for sale online. Rather, it was a third-party vendor.
They should have really thought ahead a little bit more.
Scott Gieselhart tried to take his own life a couple years ago. He's a volunteer firefighter who suffers from PTSD and recently has been sharing his story to help others.
That's really tough to be in that spot where helpless feeling that you think the world's so much better off without you in it.
Whether it's a costume at Walmart, feeling like you're less of a person, or losing your job, Gieselhart says the stigma surrounding suicide needs to stop.
I know how hard it is to reach out for help, but it is so important. You're not alone. People think they're the only ones suffering, and they're not.
And there is help out there. For Gieselhart, a phone call to a hotline saved his life. Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
If you or someone you know is struggling with suicidal thoughts, there's help. Call the National Suicide Prevention Line. The phone number is 1-800-273-8255. That's 273-8255, or dial 211 to reach a 24-hour helpline. We have resources on our website as well. Log on to valleynewslive.com and click on this story.
The Spirit Shop in Fargo is asking for your help identifying two people in surveillance pictures. The man in the red hat is wanted for terrorizing after an incident in the store early this morning. Police say he used a knife in a shoplifting attempt. In a Facebook post, store employees say, "We believe he is a Somali man in his late 20s, early 30s. He's about 5'10" and about 140 pounds. Fargo police say the suspects did not take anything from the store. Employees believe the two suspects are driving a dark blue four-door Nissan car with a rear tail light out on the driver's side and a left front spare tire. If you have any information, contact police.
A man in the Northern Valley is facing child neglect charges. 27-year-old Anthony Mishler of Grand Forks was arrested for his alleged mistreatment of 3 children who were living with him. Now, a police officer responded to a report that 3 kids who lived in a trailer at Columbia Heights Trailer Park smelled like pet urine. The officer reported there was garbage all over the place, human feces on the walls, window, and carpet, and 3 cats urinating around the home. Now, if convicted, he faces a maximum sentence of 5 years in prison. The 3 children, meanwhile, have been turned over to social services.
A Grand Forks man is in jail after allegedly hitting another man in the head with a claw hammer. David Narlock faces an aggravated assault charge. Police responded to an apartment complex at 323 10th Avenue North last night. The victim told police that he was in a common basement area of the apartment building when Narlock came in and told him he was too loud and hit him in the head with a hammer. Police say the victim had a large bleeding wound on the back of his head. Narlock is facing a felony charge that carries a maximum sentence of 5 years in prison. The Richland County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help identifying a man who allegedly broke into more than 20 cars and garages in 4 southeastern North Dakota towns.
The break-ins happened early Sunday morning in Barney, Great Bend, Mantador, and Morton. Valley News Team's Giovanna Simic tells us why citizens don't feel safe anymore.
Went to my pickup, and the glove box was open, and there was stuff all over the glove box all over the vehicle. My girlfriend took the car, and she said the glove box in there and the money inside the car, all the change, everything was gone. I told her it was 25 bucks in the center console, and She went to the gas station, said that was gone too.
Zajac was one of many that had his vehicle broken into. Residents in the four towns say nothing valuable was taken, but the feeling of safety in the small towns is now gone.
I've grown up in the town and I've never ever really had a major problem before, and now it is kind of sad. I called the cops. I didn't fill out a police report, but I called the cops to let them be aware.
Pretty much everybody just leaves everything unlocked and open, and it's very trustworthy. As they contacted more people, as they seen stuff, their garages and vehicles had all been gone through.
The Richland County Sheriff's Office says there's no danger, but residents need to keep their vehicles locked.
I was surprised. I was really surprised. I never lock my vehicles at night, but now I might have to.
And neighbors say they are going to keep an eye out because small towns stick together.
They've beefed up patrols in town now, so they're going to be doing more rounds per evening, and so that's going to help. And all the people that used to keep things open are all locked now. And you see a lot of yards all lit up at nights that weren't before.
Giovanna Simic, Valley News Live.
If you have information about the break-ins, you're asked to contact the Richland County Sheriff's Office at 701-642-7711.
NewsDakota.com is reporting that the developer of the Dakota Access Pipeline, oil pipeline, says protesters who have camped on company land since the weekend are trespassing and will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. In the article, Energy Transfer Partners says they want all protesters to leave the private land in North Dakota immediately. More than 100 protesters set up tents and teepees over the weekend. They argue the land rightfully belongs to Native Americans under a more than century-old treaty. Danelle Hushka, a spokesperson for the Morton County Sheriff's Department, says it's been a quiet day and there have been no attempts today by law enforcement to remove trespassers.
It's taken 3 years of planning, but construction is getting underway on a development in southwestern Fargo. The people involved say it's something this part of the country hasn't seen yet. Blue Water Creek will be located at the corner of 32nd Avenue South and 45th Street. Hair Success Salon and Day Spa, along with a Cutting Edge, 13 boutique retailers, and a new restaurant will be just a few of the new businesses.
So we want to create this culture and give back to the Fargo community what we see all around the nation. So we want to have people to have times where they can have family times together. We want people to learn how to socialize with wellness and beauty in mind.
Cron adds that they are aiming for a New York urban feel. In all, there'll be about 16 businesses in the development. To learn more, check out this story on our website.